Jake Tapper's religious attack on Trump, observing the Sabbath as only he can. CNN's Jake Tapper launched a bizarre religious attack on President Donald Trump during State of the Union on Sunday morning, commenting that the president had begun the day by tweeting, "Observing the Sabbath as only he can." Religious Christians typically do not abstain from using electronics or even doing work on Sunday. President Trump's daughter, Ivanka, and son-in-law, Jared Kushner, do abstain from Twitter on the Sabbath, the Jewish Sabbath. They are Orthodox Jews, and so they observe Saturday as a day of rest from their official duties. Okay, this piece gets a couple of things wrong, but first, it's no mistake that a religious attack on the Christian faith is seen coming from CNN. CNN bears the name fake news, and due to the polarization of the masses, anything that comes from CNN or is in agreement with CNN gets labeled as fake news. Even if CNN happens to make a logical critique of something that someone is doing that is out of harmony with the principles of their faith, they will be branded fake news, and the majority of people will just move on. This is important to realize, because if CNN keeps this trend up, wherein they make comments towards a religion that might otherwise be logical, or any other mainstream news outlet that is despised by many people, many of those who call themselves Christians will not listen to them because of them being branded fake news. This is why it's important as Christians to adhere to the principles found within the Bible and not to become sucked in by all that is happening around you and becoming polarized as Satan determines to have you. So, moving on to the principles of the Christian faith. Secular labor, but not the spiritual, is forbidden on the Sabbath. This is an undeniable and undisputed fact that is shown in both the Old and New Testament. The work carried out by Jesus on the Sabbath was that of a spiritual nature. Christians do not have to abstain from the use of electricity or electronic devices on the Sabbath either. Publishing a Happy Sabbath post on the internet would fall under the category of spiritual labor. This is something that Orthodox Jews get wrong and is a clear indication of the principles of the Pharisees still in existence. And finally, Saturday, or more specifically, Friday sunset to Saturday sunset, is not a Sabbath only for Jews, but is for all mankind. The seventh-day Sabbath is God's Sabbath, given to all mankind for their benefit. The first day of the week is not the Sabbath of the Christian Church, but it is the Sabbath of the Roman Catholic Church, who attempted to transfer the solemnity of the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday in AD 364. Question: which is the Sabbath day? Answer: Saturday is the Sabbath day. Question: why do we observe Sunday instead of Saturday? Answer: we observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church in the Council of Laodicea, AD 364, transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. The Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine, page 50, 3rd edition. Not only does the Catholic Church claim the authority and ability to change the law of the omnipotent God, but it has been recorded in history that the Catholic Church openly warred against those who dared to keep the true Bible Sabbath instead of the holiday of Antichrist. Some have suffered torture because they would not rest when others kept Sunday, for they declared it to be the holiday and law of Antichrist. Sebastian Frank, A.D. 1536. In Ethiopia, 1604 A.D., the Jesuits influenced King Zadingel to propose to submit to the papacy, prohibiting his subjects upon severe penalties to not observe Saturday any longer. Ged's Church History of Ethiopia, page 311, and also in Gibbon's Decline and Fall, chapter 47. This zeal for Saturday keeping continued for a long time. Even little things which might strengthen the practice of keeping Saturday were punished. And that's Bishop and Jewel. If you want to learn more about the true biblical Sabbath and why refusing to keep it leads to eternal damnation, but the keeping it leads to unimaginable blessings from God. If you want to learn more about the truth, please check out these links. Thank you for watching. God bless.